Welcome everybody to Vibe Time with Jerry.
Hello.
And we got Ryan Jones with the freaking Paranormal Awesome Show. And then we have David Flowers as a co-host. And we have Holly Mullins from the Holler as our special guest tonight. This is back-to-back shows, y'all. So
this is a recurring thing now.
This is get it right. Get everybody off of mute. All right, let me see. One.
I took myself off mute, so.
Okay.
I can't even get into Blog Talk right now, so there's that.
That has a question too. So.
Oh wow! Already? Nice.
Yeah, already. So we're live already. But Holly, we had spiritual talk last time. Can you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Yeah. I'm an intuitive healer in the Appalachian Mountains.
Where you at, Holly?
Herbalism right here. Can you hear me?
Did she? Well, she's unmuted.
Oh, you guys, I can't get over in Blog Talk.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yep. I can't.
Says,
I
hang on.
can't hear her. Okay.
We have sign language now. What you doing? Yeah. Woo.
Hello. Wait.
They can see her talking. You can hear.
You can hear me. I can hear you, Ryan. Holly.
Yeah.
I can't.
Can
you hear Holly, Ryan?
I can't hear. I can't hear her. Could she hear us? This is riveting radio, guys. This is what you tune in for. Let's figure out what the hell's going on.
All right. Well, we're
Dave, hear us?
live on Vibe Time with Jerry on that channel. So now we got to figure out Holly from the Holler.
Holler.
Just write little note. Just put up little note signs and
like a whiteboard.
Message me, please. Oh, here she goes. She done broke out the phone on my ass. Hello, Kimberly. How are you? We're working on our technical difficulties.
Well, if Holly's not on the phone, she might have to just talk to her computer. So she'd have to unmute her computer.
Okay. Try that, Holly.
Try unmuting your computer. I don't know why it's not working though. It's weird.
Can y'all hear
I
me?
had an air plug in when I got her on the phone. Dumbass.
We're professionals here, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am.
Professional. No, it was sarcasm.
I was gonna say since when?
Exactly.
What the hell?
She done sending us some numbers. She trying to call in?
Yeah, it's not
Did
connecting.
she call in? Hold on.
It's not connecting.
My bad.
There's no connection?
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
I unmuted you again.
Hello?
Kimberly.
She's not the 504 number, is she?
All right, so everything we're saying is duplicating. But on whose end?
Not mine. Sounds fine over here.
All my stuff is turned down. The only thing I got running is the phone.
Me too.
I got my microphone is turned off or unplugged now.
Okay, now hear Holly, and she's the only one. No echo. So are you saying that everybody else is echoing but Holly? Because we can't even hear Holly. Oh, wait, she sent me a message. Wait. My bad. She said we are echoing, but I don't know how because I don't hear it on this end.
I'm trying to get them to understand that y'all can't, y'all have got to be unmuted on StreamYard. Everybody can hear that, but you all.
Are we still echoing Lucy? It never
You
fails
know,
with technical difficulties.
We'll
God
be all right.
bless.
Fix it, Ryan.
I don't know what to do. This is your show. My show starts at 10. Starts at 9.
Holly has no echo, and Kimberly can hear Holly, but I don't know how we're not hearing Holly.
Yeah. Is it?
And I see Holly again. Hold on.
Lucy Davenport hears everybody.
All right. Holly.
Oh,
It keeps saying Holly has dropped on the blog talk part.
I see Holly on the studio in the studio. I just unmuted her, which you really had to meet. Huh? What's she?
Huh. We didn't have this issue last time. What did we do to fix it? All right, so Lucy Davenport, Lucy says she hears all four of us before Holly drops, so she could hear all of us before Holly dropped. I'm just trying to figure out what it was. Holly is fine on your end, Kim. She's not on ours. I'm gonna make you move over to my house. Drive all the way here from the mountains. Just to do a show. Bring me some eggs while you're at it. And some chicken and eggs. All right, hold on. Let me go back. All right, you're there.
I want some eggs. Here we go.
I'm gonna fire myself. All right, hold on. You wasn't echoing.
But ugly echo on Ryan, David, and Jerry. Oh. So I'm echoing. Hello.
I mean,
What's up,
I hear
what's up,
David
what's up, what's up?
fine. I hear Ryan fine, but I don't hear Holly Hall.
I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. It's because I
I mean,
can't get on the blog talk. I'm talking through StreamYard, so they can't hear me.
All right, so nobody can hear Holly. Except for Kimberly.
Kim is having her own special show with Holly, apparently.
And we got
Echo chamber, 1 second delay.
All right. I don't know the technical difficulties to fix this because we didn't. All right, so Holly's.
She said she'll be back in a minute.
Okay. All right, so our caller that called dropped their call.
I mean, I can't really blame her for that.
It's all David's fault.
Damn it, David.
Because it just sounded good. We needed somebody to blame.
They blamed me last time, so
And you're
yeah,
the one
it was my
right
fault
there.
last time.
You're absolutely right, Kimberly.
So we'll just blame StreamYard because
I just double checked all my stuff. Everything's turned off.
yeah, my speaker's turned off. It's probably just where Holly is.
She's not in.
I think she is going to try to reconnect or something.
Yeah. StreamYard is always a pain in the butt.
Well, you pay money for it. You should be able to get people on.
Right. Yeah, because that's pain in the ass. I mean,
how's
I did
everything down there?
The plug-in for the internet, like they said to do. We'll see how well that works. Last week it was lagging still, and it's not my internet. I don't think. I think it's their stuff. So David Flowers is going to start helping me co-host my show.
Well, that's nice. Welcome to the Vibe family there, David. Welcome to the Vibe Network family. You going to be the co-host? Does he know that, or is this? Are you just
this unicorn shirt?
Are you?
She kind of told me I was going to do it.
Oh, well, you know what? It's fun. The hours go by really fast. It's
Yeah. When you're having fun, it goes by very quickly.
Yeah, she's going to pay me to sit here and look pretty.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I don't know if I want to log back out. I don't know if I want to log into StreamYard and log back out, because we've done that before and it hasn't done anything. We've logged in and logged out. We've ended the broadcast before. We can try it, but that's such a pain in the ass.
I think this has something to do with what's going on where Holly is.
Yeah.
But
because can y'all hear us, or are we echoing too? And sometimes it may be the internet on somebody else's end and not ours.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds fine to me. So y'all are echoing. Jerry is.
See, I don't even hear the echo.
I don't hear it either. You are.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hear any echo either.
Yeah, So I think it depends on certain things, because Tina said she don't hear any echo at all. We are fine. Holly was echoing, but not us. Because everything is turned down, so there's no reason for it to echo. No reason at all. Speakers are cut off. Everybody's muted. I mean, do we need to mute up here?
He says the StreamYard is the echo. I mean, maybe we just do a blog talk thing. She said StreamYard is the echo, but then we can't hear Holly on blog talk either. So I don't know.
Yeah. Let me see if
I mean, the blog talk.
Yeah. Really, the blog talk part is the important thing, because people can come back and listen to the podcast.
Yeah, we could. But it's weird how some people hear an echo and some people don't.
Yeah.
All right, so now she's saying no echo, right? I mean, even if we can't, if we can try to, Holly don't have to go into StreamYard. She could just come right into the blog talk thing and talk on the phone.
Yeah.
Straight into the phone instead of trying to come on StreamYard. See if you can message her and see if she'll come into stream. Just come into StreamTard, or excuse me, Blog Talk, instead of trying to come into the StreamTard. That way we're not.
Just try calling the blog.
Yeah, and I'll look. Yeah, just tell her just to call that, and then because
I think that's what happened last time. She just called. She just ended up calling.
yeah, she ended up calling in last time. Well, she actually didn't. Remember, we had to do the link because she's out there in the holler, so she can't call in.
Do you send her the blog? We sent her.
I did. I sent her the links. Yeah, she's got it.
Well, they obviously, because she was just on there.
Yeah. I sent her the link earlier.
So the first hour of the show is just
The first 19 minutes of the show is technical difficulties.
What you guys are here for?
Yeah, that's why I think I like it. You know, like you're okay when like we are now, but if you got like sometimes a third person or fourth person or whatever, and they're in maybe a difficult spot, it's going to echo. That's why I just tell my guests to call in and I talk to them on the phone. It seems to work better that way.
Yeah, it's I don't know, just certain areas don't really like.
Yeah, and I don't want to turn off StreamTard because we might have some questions in the comments. So, and then, you know, I don't want to miss that, so I don't want to exactly turn that off. We'll just.
Yeah.
But I think we're okay now. We're just waiting.
Waiting on the Holly to call back in.
Yeah.
How was the Manor House speaking? Good evidence?
I did. I got a lot of good evidence. I got a lot of good evidence while David Flowers was not there. I got better evidence with him not being there than with him being there.
Nice.
I did. I presented it. I mean, I showed it to you, so you can't. I mean, you can't say no.
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah, she got some pretty good EVPs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like to hear them.
You guys, Kimberly wants you to send her the StreamTard link.
Kimberly wants the StreamYard link?
Yeah, send it.
Say what?
Are you just coming in to try to resolve something? Let me see.
Light echoes lay on right but not workable?
Do what?
It says, yeah, clear no echo. Slight delay on Ryan, but not workable.
Well, I mean, the delay, we can't do nothing. We can't do anything about the, I don't think I can do anything about the delay. I was trying to get to the StreamTard link. Because this is, I got to go through David to get it. I don't, let me see. Shit.
All right, she's in blog talk. Let's see if she can.
All right.
Hello.
Okay.
There you are.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So we got it. Are we good?
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good to me. As far as I can tell. I don't know if there's echo anywhere else, but it sounds good to me.
Okay. David has the link to StreamTard. All right, so we're okay. Okay. Okay.
I mean, it would be a freaking awesome vibe show if we don't have like 30 minutes of trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I think it's depending on certain situations. I think that the majority of the people that come on my show, I just make them call the number, because once all of us try to get on StreamTard, it's a pain in the ass.
It's like overloads the system or something.
Yeah, it really is a pain in the butt.
But
Yeah, we know. All right, Holly. So back to the point before everything started echoing. Can you tell everybody a little bit about yourself? Because I have new people on here.
Sure, yeah. So, hello, everybody. I am Holly. I'm an intuitive healer here in the Appalachian Mountains. I practice shamanic healing. I dabble in herbalism and a little bit of everything. I'm all about spirit and helping others become their highest potential spiritually to enlightenment.
Nice. Did y'all get all that?
Yep, taking notes.
Yeah, we had a caller, but she hung up.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for me is that I downloaded Windows 11 and I don't get on Blog Talk that often except for these shows, and my settings went away, so I had to go in and do all the privacy settings. So I just ended up calling in on my phone, which it wouldn't let me before, so that's spirit right there. There's a reason for everything, and it's always the shows I'm on.
That's funny.
Talk about it. I just had a salt shaker fall off the shelf across the kitchen from me for no reason.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That is so funny. Y'all right, Ryan?
Do what?
I said, are you all right?
I'm all right.
All right.
Besides, stuff falling off the shelf.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of the technical issues has to do with stupid StreamYard, honestly. It's a pain in the butt. It never fails.
Yeah, like I said, form.
Yeah, it's just better to keep it, keep the call, our guest on the call, and then it just seems to work out better that way.
We'll do the show in like 2 months from now, like we usually do, and then we'll forget that what happened, and we'll spend the next thing for a half hour trying to figure out what the hell to do.
Yeah, I know, right? Lucy, David does not smile. He's mean. Don't mix that. Don't. It ain't happening. Stop. All right. Holly, what are you doing? I'm seeing these stretches. So where are you at? I mean, do you have I can't say the words that I want to say. So your retreat thingy.
No, the Appalachian Spiritual Retreat.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, we have some openings coming up in August. We're opening up some dates for also in September. That last minute decision, we had to not do a couple of events because Dallas's mama had a knee replacement surgery. She had a lot of complications with that. And so I'm ready to get back into it. We got a big one going on in July. We've got 6 people coming from all over. And we always try to keep them small and intimate and just to connect. But yeah, tickets are $150. That includes your stay, and we're all together. So don't you worry. You don't get your own separate house. You got to be right there with me. That's how it goes. And it also covers the meals.
Oh, that's nice. And how many days is that?
It's just for a weekend, so it's a Friday night and a Saturday night. We leave out on Sunday. We do a closing circle, and we fit in a lot of things over the weekend that it makes it easier for people to come to on the weekends, that people, can get time off work. They just want to come for the weekend. Eventually, we will be holding week-long ones, but that will be for special events only.
Gotcha. That's something to think about.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We know there's one close by to here.
Yeah. Well, how far are you from us, Holly?
I'm 6.5 hours.
Okay. That's a.
It's not that bad. We split it up. Out there.
I can't get the time off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we should have one of the seats at the manor house.
A retreat at the manor house? Shit. I could see that one going over.
I have it.
Never know. We'll see. Where are you at? Okay. All right. Questions. Holly, are you feeling the shift? It just seems like that there's a shift out there. I'm feeling fluctuations in energy and different vibrations.
It is crazy. If everybody's paid attention on their spiritual path, you will realize the last few months has been more of a hermit. You know, you're kind of pulled back from a lot of the things that you was involved in before.
Mm-hmm.
That's because we're taking the time to understand the new shift of consciousness that's happening around us, and that means the new world, the new earth, 5D, whatever you want to call it. It's that higher vibrational energy. And if you yourself have found yourself on that path, you feel like that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because sometimes I feel like I talk over people's heads, but anyway, it's a higher conscious energy that the world is changing into and leaving behind the old. Hence, all the bad energy that's going on all around the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is awakening, more so now than ever. And it may be through other ways other than spirituality, but they are waking up, and spirit will eventually, help them along their path to find the way too. But the energy is off the charts. The dreaming. I just posted a post earlier today on my Facebook because I couldn't sleep last night because it's hot as balls. And so I drifted back off to sleep this morning, and I went into it was the weirdest thing that I've ever experienced, and that's saying a lot because this wasn't just a dream. It was, it's like I was very aware, like an astral projection in another kind of world like this, whatever. But when I come back out, I had a really hard time adjusting back because I was like, wait a minute. So when I first got in there, I was like, I'm aware of this. What is going on? What is happening? Because I was just asleep. So that's a whole new level, which I called it in the spiritual forecast in May. I release one every 3 months, talking about how we will see an increase in psychic abilities. So, as we talk about very often, that you're only capped off as much as you allow that to be. So if we're open to growing and we don't cap ourselves off, then we'll continue to progress and to find ourselves with new types of abilities, or being stronger in some of them areas that we encountered before but really didn't feel drawn to. So that's the big thing going on right now too.
Yeah. I try to tell people that the longer you associate with people like us, to me, the more aware you become. How can you not?
We plant seeds.
How can you not?
And whether or not they realize it plants something in them, and it may take years for them to, grow. But that's progress.
Right. Oh yeah, I agree with you. I'm just saying, with when you're around like-minded people, you're going to pick that up. It's same thing with being in a paranormal location 3 times a week. You're going to start picking things up. So when you're with people that are awoke, or however you want to put it, the more you start to associate with people like that, the more you start to become more aware of your own energy, your own capabilities that everybody has.
It's like I told you, you're contagious.
I am.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like everybody who started out on the paranormal path starts for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as we went along, as we go along on this path, we start opening up more.
Chemically, yep.
Because we start having experiences that say, oh my God, what is that? So you dive deeper into it. So you go way down the rabbit hole, and it's not a bad rabbit hole at all. Just don't get stuck in that rabbit hole. Move on. Learn your lessons. Don't stop. Don't keep going in your tracks. Keep going.
Right.
There's so much more to learn. And even as far as I am into it, I have a lot to learn, and I'm anxious. And then that's when you realize that that's the passion of knowledge, the passion of growth and the passion of helping others.
Right. And I mean, everybody is on a different path with stuff. I mean, not everybody's on the same level. And, as long as you do something with it every day, that's what I tell people. You set it down, pick it up, set it down, pick it up. But really it's an everyday thing when it comes to learning, because I think all of us have a lot to learn. It don't stop.
No, and I think you're right on that. Being aware of and mindful of what we're doing in our everyday life and how they apply in lessons of spirituality, because that's every day for the rest of our lives, for this human life that we are here. That's why we chose to come here. We chose to come here to learn, to grow, to change, and to help.
Right. I agree with you on that. And, like I said, there's people, everybody's journey is different. Nobody's the same. And I think sometimes people, I don't know how to explain it, try too hard to do things. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, they try too hard. Yeah. And sometimes, like with me, and we'll just use astral projection as an example. I try so hard to do that. Sometimes I can't. And then when I'm not trying, there I go, landing somewhere that I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? How did I'm here. And then I get so excited, I screw it all up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I went through that for years. I would be so excited. And then I would feel that roller coaster feeling coming on. And I'd be like, oh, and I had to realize I had to work past them fears of a lot of things with out-of-body experiences. With astral projection, it was always spontaneous and always has been.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that I, to this day, do not have control over it.
Right.
So, and I'm okay with admitting that, because I have worked through many obstacles, many obstacles, and I have many more to work through. But the thing that people need to realize is that spirit is always there to teach you. And it will start with the simplest of things, like hearing things, or, all the different types of traits here under the psychic umbrella. There's one that you'll start with, but then you'll realize the more that you go on that you grow. And it's being patient. It's not on your time, it's on spirit's time. And spirit will tell you to sit the hell down until you learn that lesson.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll smack you over the head until you learn the lesson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Hello, Helena. How are you? Hope I said that right. If I didn't, please correct me. Yeah, I feel the same way with things. And I always go back to last year with a condition that I had with, I should have slowed down because my body kept telling me to slow down. And I would like get in the mirror and I would say certain things like, oh, I hate when I have to put all this makeup on, and why am I putting it on? I can remember when I look back saying that, and, not slowing down like I should have. Yeah. And it slowed me down. Yeah. Forced me to slow down. It was like, you're slowing down, bitch. You didn't listen to me. We're going to make you slow down for 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how it works. And see, everybody hears the pretty parts of it, right? But they don't hear the ugly parts of it. No. And I'm not ashamed of my path. And, I will gladly throw myself under the bus, because I'm by no means perfect. And to talk to someone spiritual, when you hear stuff like that come out of their mouth, that should be your first indication that, okay, this is the person who knows what hell's like. And this is the person who knows what healing is. So, it's good to hear that from someone, because it's letting down your ego enough to say, I'm not perfect.
No, I'm by no means that. If I was perfect, I'd be dead and be an angel watching over people. That's what I say. I know I'm not perfect. I have flaws just like everybody else does. And it's so funny with people, because they think because you do this line of work, or that you like do Reiki, or I see that comment, Lucy, you do Reiki, or you're a spiritual person, that you're not a human being, that you're supposed to offset yourself from everything else. And that's no. if I, I've heard people say, well, you shouldn't be cussing because you're a spiritual person. And I'm like, I'm a human being, bitch. I'm going to go from 0 to, I'll be just as nice as pie, but I can go to that bitch mode in 0.5 seconds. And yes, ego means you do need to do shadow work. And I've done shadow work too, but I go back into ego too. I'm not going to sit up in here and say that I don't, I think. And whoever says they don't is lying like fire.
Yeah, well, it's a continuous battle.
Yeah, it is.
That imbalance. It is.
Yeah.
To people who think they're all white, no, honey, baby, you might as well think of it as being gray, because it is an in between. You always have, if you go into meditation practice and you're working with the left brain, right brain function, you can see, if you're working with a partner, you can see what side is their left and right, their ego, their balance there. You can see where the darker side is, and you can see where the lighter side is. I think it's amazing, and it's like really cool to be able to see that, and it's really cool to be able to sit down with somebody and say, you know what, I look back on this situation where I overreacted and I said something shitty, and I'm so sorry for it, and at the moment, this is why I felt that way. That's healing, people. That's what the whole damn world needs.
Right. I agree with you on that. One. And when you can find somebody that you sit down and you can talk about those experiences with, and just let yourself be you, that's even better, because it's a very rare find.
It really is. I mean, people think thinks of it as a vulnerability. It is never a vulnerability, honey. It is living your truth. It's speaking your truth. Do you think everybody lives are out here perfect? It's like in high school when I was the kid that was picked on by the little preppy kids. Guess what? They were that way for a reason.
Right.
Because they come from broken homes.
Right. I mean, that's true. I mean, you're right about that. And I mean, I think sometimes, when I went through some things when I lived in Georgia, I had to get to a very vulnerable point, and I didn't want to feel that, but I felt it for quite a long time. It was like somebody took a trust wall, because, I had that big wall built up there, and then it just came crumbling down in front of me. Like I felt like 5 or 6 days of vulnerable, like I had abused me stamped on my forehead for 5 or 6 days. It was really bad. I don't think I've ever cried so much in my life, but that had to come out. And I had to, that's the other thing. I had to move there for a reason. It's funny how your life plays out.
It really does. And it's great how you can step outside of yourself and look back on it and pick it apart spiritually and be like, this is where I should have, done this or done that. Or this is the reason that I overreacted or had a negative reaction to it. But that's okay. That's part of learning lessons, and it's moving on and not still being in that mindset.
Right.
That's where people are stuck in their tracks.
Right, you're right. And people are stuck in those emotions. When I look on Facebook every day, I see a couple of people, and they're just stuck they're stuck in shit. Like they're just stuck.
Yeah.
They're stuck in shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe it. It's the same thing over and over and over. And it's like, oh my God, you just want to take them, but they're not going to. I mean, nobody wants to feel the vulnerability. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to feel that feeling. But if you're going to get to where you're going to get to, then you have to feel that feeling to move up, because you won't if you don't.
That's exactly right.
I mean, you won't.
Growth, baby.
Yeah.
I keep complaining about life and not doing shit about it. I can't help you then.
Yeah. I mean, we all. What do you want to do? So, yeah, you can't grow without it. You'll stay stuck forever. And who wants to stay stuck? I'm trying to move up to a higher plane. I don't want to.
Baby.
And I think some people don't understand past life has a big part to play in this stuff too. When you're not, so many people stay so closed because they don't want to feel those feelings. But some of the stuff of what you're going through and the way you are is through past lives. And I mean, some people believe in that. Some people don't believe in that. I'm a firm believer of past life. And when I'm reacting to things, I want to know what's going on. You know, what did something happen in a past life that I didn't resolve with myself as to why I'm doing the same stupid thing over and over and over, because the universe keeps sending me the same freaking situations. And I'm like, oh, here we go again, dumbass. Here we go again, dumbass. You know, so did you not learn the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time we sent it to you, dummy? When are you going to get it? It's like, now I can't hear you. Okay. Okay, you're breaking up. There you go. All right, hold on. Go. What the hell did you do? Holly Mullins, I'm going to beat you with a stick. Let me get my little willow stick from outside the back garage. What the hell? Holly, you were fine till you.
She's hot. Holly dropped. You got, yeah, she can call back.
Holly, I'm going to fire her.
Whatever.
She's done tried to. Let me go get my little willow branch. Damn it. Where'd you go? We were on a good subject. Now you broke my whole train of thought. She's fired. I don't even remember what I was saying now. I was up here.
Puppies, I didn't even hear.
Holly, does that mean we can talk shit because nobody got? No, she left us completely. See what you did, Ryan?
I know. I get up and everything goes to shit. I see how it is.
I know. Don't get up again.
I was just gonna stay here.
Where'd she go? Holly, call back in.
I disappeared on it.
All right, take her off. There.
Is she back? Yeah.
She was fine until she just tried to. Yeah, she was fine until she tried to get back and come back on StreamYard.
Yeah. I pushed it. I pushed it. Get back on StreamYard and they're like, oh, nope. Seems hard. Have you done like Facebook Live and try to have people do it on that? Like, you want to.
Ryan Jones, I can't even freaking do a live because I can't even look at my own Facebook wall show without it saying you're on restriction, and it won't let me do it.
What are you off? Facebook jail.
No, she don't have the same issues as So Roll. I'm unique. It's StreamYard. It ain't the special power crap. It's StreamYard, and she's in the holler. Has nothing to do with that. It has to do with StreamYard is a pain in the ass. Let's just be realistic. I ain't chalking none of this shit happening tonight as no psychic crap. Not today. It's StreamYard. It's a pain because she was fine.
What happened the first time? Like maybe it's spirit trying to do some shit, but it happens every time.
Yeah, yeah, it does. I mean, the only one I think that I've had the biggest problems out of is when Dennis comes on. That's when I know that spirit is messing up.
Spirit's definitely fucking with you when Dennis comes on.
Yeah. It's a dog. Oh my God.
So you have problems in that when you have problems when your third eye sister comes on too.
Yeah, but that's what Kimberly said. But this is issues with StreamYard because she was fine on Blog Talk. Who's kissing whose ass over here? That's got to be between Michaela and Kimberly, because Miss Reyes don't kiss asses. All right, let me see.
One thing I've noticed quite a bit here lately, and I joke about you being contagious, but I have been noticing more as far as the senses go in the manor house since you've been around me. Yeah, so there is something to it. I don't understand it still, but there is something to it.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. I mean, when, like I said, when you're around people, when you're around people that, you know, are in tuned, I guess, if you will, it's hard not to rub off. Just like if you're in the manor house enough, it's not hard for spirit to rub off on you when you're there so much. As opposed to, you know, okay, like a tourist coming there, doing the tour, it's more of a, you know, with I'm there, what I'm trying to say is I guess they get to know you as you come there. Well, it's the same thing with the ability stuff, if that makes
But
sense.
talking about that, like, you have a negative effect on people as well. Like the people who stay the Brick Rancher, who are constantly bombarded with the negative energy in there. That's probably why the businesses don't, well, I guarantee it's why the businesses don't last more than 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And constantly influenced.
Right.
What's in there.
Right. And, you know, the funny thing, like with the Brick Rancher is, you know, the first couple times I was there, I was able to be affected, but not anymore. I think it's to the point where they get to know you and they're like, oh, okay. Even Dobby, for that matter, it's like, oh, okay. Oh, it's just her. You know what I mean? It's like they know, okay, well, there's Dennis. He's an asshole. You know, there's Ryan. Okay. We're used to seeing Ryan. I mean, I don't think I'm wrong with that. I don't feel the same things that everybody else feels when they go down there anymore, like I did the first times I was there.
Yeah, I think I've gotten used to you, and they're like, "Oh, okay, he's cool."
Yeah, you know, yeah, we know who she is, and you know, I know, like when he's around me, because I get that metallic taste. It's a very, very heavy metallic taste in my mouth, and that's when I know that he's around. But he's not doing what he did before, where he took the little nail and ran it up the back of my neck. Or the first night when I got there, I was very nauseated and had to leave. And the second time when he did the finger thing, I had to leave. And you know, it's just like, oh, okay, here's Holly. She's here now. You know, it's so. Yeah. All right, Holly's back on, but she's just not on streamed hard. All right, you there?
You hear her though?
Holly, holler.
Come on.
I got her off of mute.
Yeah, no, I see.
Yeah. Drop that call again and come back. You shouldn't have messed with it to begin with. Damn it.
We're too close to the sun there, Holly.
She's fired. Get my little tree branch. Yeah, I mean, now I know. I mean, I get that, you know, but let me see if I can mute. Okay, here she comes. All right, let's see. I'm unmuting you. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
I know. I just took Holly back off of mute. Hello. Hello.
Yummy.
What are you eating, Ryan? Or are you just trying coffee?
Coffee out of my Pandora Carriganation coffee mug here.
I like those mugs.
Yeah, coffee.
All right, let me see. I put her on mute and then I took her off of mute, and I'm still not getting her. Let me see. I don't know if she can hear me or not.
I mean, what may need to do next time is just you do a Facebook Live, and then me and Holly just call in, and then you get questions that way. Instead of trying to do it to StreamYard. I don't know.
You know what? I think the StreamYard is okay. It's just that I think, like in some places, the services suck, and in her case, service sucks where she's at because we were fine up until she came back into Tard. Are you there?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't have Holly's web, so I'm just doing blog talk with her.
Okay. I'm trying to get her back. Hello? Uh-uh.
I have like 3 Holly Mullins.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Are you okay? So, are you able to get back there? Kimberly said, "Manifest a connection, Holly, from the holler."
Think positive thoughts, but it's put into the universe. We are going to connect.
Hopefully, we were connecting just fine until somebody decided to go back on.
Yeah.
I got 3 Hollies up here. All right. Oh, she said, okay. She said Blog Talk keeps kicking her out.
Now freaking blog talk is fucking up. What the heck? I got Holly. That's Holly Mullins. Is that her? Hello?
All right. You run that part. David just blinked out.
And, all right. We'll go ahead and look at all these Hollies right here.
No, Holly was just fine until she decided to go on StreamYard. And when she did that, she messed it up. You're fired.
Well, I've actually got one app on my I've got one app on my phone, which is Blog Talk, and then I've got StreamYard on my laptop. I cannot get Blog Talk to come up on, I don't know, there's some security reasons I need to go over. I don't hardly get on anymore.
There we go.
So I'm going to revamp everything. But Blog Talk kept kicking me from my phone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a whole it's the whole thing. I mean, you were fine up until you went back up on StreamYard.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm here now. Let's go.
Yep. I forgot what we were talking about.
Me too. We can carry on, wayward son. Here.
I know. I was way up in that. I was way up all up into my feelings, and you messed me up.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. It's like getting a tip and not getting all of it. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fire you. I'm gonna go get my willow stick from back behind my garage.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I was actually gonna whittle it. I was actually gonna whittle holes in it, put some crystals in there, and make me a willow crystal stick, and wire wrap a crystal point into it.
Nice.
I was gonna actually whittle some wood and put the chakras, the chakra stones in there. That was the plan. But that's all Kimberly's job, so I'll just let her do all that.
It's so nice to have a friend that is, I get on that.
Yeah, I could see me trying to. I mean, I have whittled wood, but I'm just lazy.
Don't mean you want to whittle it.
I don't.
Oh.
I don't. I'm being lazy. Kim will make it for me, Kimberly. She's still got to make my rain stick.
Yeah, I got a bunch of sand from the beach for Kimberly to make me a candle out of, too. So let's come back up to the cabin.
Kimberly is over here trying to yipper yapper. Yeah, she's got some. Yeah, she's got her little talents there. I'm not going to give them all away, but she makes all these creative, cutesy things. Oh, my rain stick is done. Well, shit. I get paid tomorrow, so I'll go ahead and get that.
You might get paid tomorrow.
It'll either be through you or the Haunted Museum, one of the two.
Wait, are we talking about sugar daddy or
No, no. Oh my God, no. No.
somebody send me a
No, we work. He's hired me to help him do tours at the manor house.
Oh,
So we do tours together,
Okay.
but I also work at the museum out in Urbana. So I do part-time there and part-time there, and then I'm looking for something else part-time.
well, girl, you hustling. That's
Yeah.
what I like.
Yep, trying to hustle. I have expensive toys that I plan to get, so I need to have money to do stuff instead of being,
Yeah.
a broke ass.
That'd be me, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean they were hiring part time over here at the SPCA, but the problem with that is I would probably end up taking their animals home. Like none of them would be able to be adopted because I would take them all with me. So I can't do that. I was like, that's out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see.
Do in your backyard.
Yeah, build my backyard as an animal kingdom. Have cats and dogs everywhere. Pet birds. Run a whole farm like my girlfriend does. I don't think I'd survive out in the holler.
Shoot. I'm used to it. I don't like the city life ain't for me. I know it's like it's just where you're raised. You're used to it, you know. I love it here. It took me moving away for 5 years to realize that, but moved down there and come back here. It's been 16 years since 17 years.
Yeah.
And now the South Carolina weather is catching up with me here because it feels like it feels like stepping out the door down there. It's humid as fuck, man.
Yeah. 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 I can't imagine. It's humid here. The most mountains I'll go to is probably, like supposedly we have our mountain out in North Carolina. It's Jolly Mountain that I'm supposed to be going to eventually. So we'll see about that. It's a family mountain. We own a mountain.
Cool.
So I'm like, oh.
I love seeing out the woods.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. It's got a nice river that runs through it. My cousin sends me pictures and she's like, when are you coming out here? And I'm like, I don't know. It's a good, 5.5 hour, 6 hour drive, kind of as far as it is with you.
Yeah.
So we'll see. One day. I connect more at the beach than anything.
Yeah, everybody's got their element. I love going to the ocean. I love just the awe of it. I love the feeling of it. Being in nature in itself is wonderful, but now the mountains, I walk through them woods and I'm at home and I live right in them. So,
hey, my kids are putting their music on. Alexa, stop. Y'all talk. I have to go correct my son because he's not going to listen to the music that's coming across my Alexa with trying to fuck. Excuse me.
So I got a question. With all this negative energy that's out there that you were talking about earlier, what advice would you give people to, try and stay positive? Try to keep a positive frame of mind with the gas prices being so high, everything just seems to cost so much money. And how would you get people to maybe try to maintain a more positive attitude, or what advice would you give them?
It is very easy to get down in that lower vibrational state with the state of the world. But it once you stop watching the news, once you stop embedding yourself into that energy. The price of gas sucks. Yes, groceries are high and sparse. There's more to come. There's way more to come. So what people need to understand is that it could be way worse. But maintaining a more healthy state of mind about it is disconnecting, and that sounds like it could be a bad thing for people. It's not. It's putting boundaries up for yourself from the world, and that's what we got to do right now, because we ain't got a choice. We got to live in it. You're going to pay the gas prices regardless, because you got to get to work. It's hard. Nobody said it was going to be easy, but as long as you surround yourself with positive things and a positive frame of mind, catch yourself in moments when you're being negative about things and correct yourself. Bring that vibration level back up. Surround yourself by people that uplift you. Surround yourself by community that, uplift you as well, and people that that you vibe with. Don't put yourself in scenarios that bring that down. It's just like, I mentioned the news. Years and years ago, I realized that it was affecting my mindset, that it would make me depressed, that it would make me angry. Nothing outside of yourself should ever make you react like that. It takes a lot of work, but, going inward and kind of shutting that part off from the world, that's the best advice that I have, because honestly, we're going to be living through this. There's no way around it. We have to learn to adapt, but you can adapt in a better, positive way of doing so, because in changing your mindset, it changes everything around you. So yes, you see those shitty gas prices, but still, you got to be positive. You have to know that there's better times coming. And if you keep that frame of mind, hang on to that, then you could really get past a dip and low in that negative vibrational energy. Because what good does it do you to walk around hateful and an asshole all the time? That's what it ends up doing to you.
Yeah, it just takes work. It does take work. It takes a constant thing. All right, well, you try to avoid the negativity as much as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. And know how to not to react to it, teach yourself to react to things that you don't have control over.
Yeah, Helena says she loves you, by the way, so much.
I love you, Helena, very much, my sister.
Jerry's back.
I'm sorry. I've got two teenage boys. I got two teenage boys that took off somewhere. So I got another mother riding the streets looking for them. And I just told her to beat their ass when she gets them. That's all. That's how we roll. So I had to get on the phone and tell my girl Shardar beat his ass when he gets in the car, please. Yep.
Teenagers.
Yeah. Yeah. We live in a real small town out here, but that don't mean you run the streets all night like that.
Yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell them come home when the street lights come on because we don't have any street lights. So I'm like, be home by dusk. So they came in and I was like, y'all got to get out of my room. And they took off somewhere. But that's all right. The other mother will get them. She's got a belt. We're good. Yeah. Urbana.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a small town of 400. So I got mom eyes everywhere. Oh, I hear the car pulling up as we speak. She must have found them. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to get off of y'all's subject. They just don't piss me off.
We're just trying to talk about how to stay positive during
Well, jeez,
And then Jerry comes on. She says,
I just blew that out of hell. Blame it on the kids. It's their fault. Oh, I hear them too.
oh, so funny.
Yeah, I just heard Mama's pissed. I think they're trying. I think they're trying to coincide stories under my window. Oh my god, so funny. Say something, Holly, because I'm.
It's fine.
Say something. I'm giving up on you. Okay, so say something. I'm here. I didn't drop off.
I know I can't.
Hello.
It broke my whole streak of everything. I got.
The show has just been like one thing after another.
Yeah. I the only thing I caught what y'all were talking about as I was trying to get out was not watching the news, because I know I stopped doing that a long time ago. Like, I couldn't tell you really what's happening.
Well,
I can't do it. Go ahead, Brian.
you don't know what news is actually the right news, or the news is actually the truth, because it's all
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, I'll get one person's opinion, and you get, it's like, all right, like, too much work to figure out what the hell's really going on.
Yeah. I just stopped watching it.
But yeah.
But I think a lot of the things that happen out there with the news and all that affects people's vibrational energy too.
Oh yeah, it does. It's the controls, the fear. Fear controls a lot, and that's why we talk about healing. It's layers, man. You don't realize how much fear is instilled in you by your own government, by your fellow man. That's where it all started.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That's why I stopped watching stuff a long time ago. I have no interest in it. I think that's part of the that growing process of being able to, and I say it all the time, when you're in a different realm, you just kind of want to stay there because there's no sense of time there.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. That's that new earth. That's that in your own little bliss, and that's where I am in my life right now. And by God, I worked hard to get here, and I promise anybody listening, if you think that's not accomplishable, it is. So you got to work on your shit. You got to let go of your ego. You got to stop defending yourself to yourself, and you gotta move on with it. It's okay, man. You gotta move. You gotta move, because our generational, back to centuries ago, I mean, we're carrying that trauma, and it's always the same shit, man. And people are afraid to say, you know what, I wasn't abused as a child, but maybe my mom didn't give me the emotional support that I needed.
Right.
Maybe my dad didn't do that for me. Them little things like that they lead to bigger issues. And people don't want to see that. They don't want to see it as, you're not being negative toward that parent. You're just saying, hey, they were raised that way, and they can't help it they was raised that way. They can heal it,
right,
but maybe they won't, but I'm going to.
Right. And then we can't always get the answers that we're looking for either. And I learned that the hard way with with things that happen with certain family members. I'm not going to get the answers that I'm looking for, and I have to be okay with that to move on. Because if I sit there trying to look for an answer, it's not meant for me to know it, and I just have to move on with it and accept the fact that I can't get it and just bury it.
Yeah, well, a lot of things you think are your cross to bear, but it's actually people's secrets that they keep, and the things that they won't say. And I can't understand that myself, because I'm such an open and honest person. I want people to have a relationship parents or grandparents. It happens a lot because people like to put things under the rug, and that becomes trauma to your child. And they don't even realize that because they don't know nothing about trauma. They don't know nothing about how the spirituality works, you know?
Right. I mean, you're right about that. So, you know, you just got to dig deep, and that's not an easy thing to do because we all want to look at that prettiness on the outside, but I mean, everybody's flawed in the inside, but nobody wants to look at that.
Well, I think also too is we look to blame outside sources.
Yeah.
So we don't want to put the blame on ourselves ever. We don't want to think that we're wrong in anything because, you know, your pride gets in the way, and you got to realize, and it's one step at a time. It's not all at once that all this happens. It's one lesson at a time. You just have to pay attention. And if you want to pay attention, look for the synchronicities. It starts with easy as that. 111. You see your synchronicities, whatever it may be, numbers, songs. Follow it. There's a reason. Spirit is knocking at your door. Everybody's door. Nobody, you know, we're all capable of being this. We're all capable of healing ourselves. That's why we're here.
Right. And I tell people that it's not some magic. I mean, it's some magic gift. It's taken a lot of damn work. Journaling.
A lot of personal work. A lot of
anger.
A lot of hardship.
Anger therapy. All kinds of stuff just to get through it.
Yeah.
I ain't ashamed to admit that.
You learn a lot about yourself. You mature, you grow spiritually and mentally, and you realize what you will no longer accept and will accept. You start your boundaries. You let go of people out of your life. As hard as it is to let people go out of your life, some people are not meant to stay on the path.
No.
Beside you.
You're right. Yep. I agree with you on that.
Yep. 100%. I mean, it's just
because when I look back on certain people that I've had in my life when I started to grow, they've like totally fallen off of my whole radar.
Yeah. Well, because if we talk about people who are stuck in sludge, it's people who are in lower vibrational energy.
Right.
These are the people that are always gossiping. These are the people that are always angry. These are the people that are always looking for attention. And they're always going to continuously, 30 years from now, we're going to see them in the paranormal looking for attention. That's just how it is. If they don't change it, they're capable of changing it. So guess what? The person that you see right now that you can't stand, 10 years from now, they could be a total different person. So that's what you have to also keep in the mindset of. You know, we got to understand that everybody has their own path, and theirs may not be as enlightened as where you are right now. And that's okay. We can't look down upon nobody because it's supposed to be about the sisterhood, the brotherhood, being one, you know?
Right. And I mean, it's, you know, like you said, everybody's on that different path. So, but some people just stay stuck, and I don't like it. I'm going to tell you that right now. I will tell you that right now. I went into a rape crisis group. I'll put that out there. And the ladies there just stayed stuck. I mean, they stayed so stuck. Yeah. And I was like, I can't do this. I told the lady that was running the group, I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I need individual counseling with you. I said, because I can't be with these ladies. Because it was the same thing every week when you went over and over and over. And I'm like, damn, they just won't move. And I'm a mover. I want to analyze and look at me, you know, and I'm like, no, we got to do something different. So she, you know, she started seeing me individually, and I was like, that works, because without that, I wouldn't have grown. I can't stay stuck like that. I'm just not one that does it. It's not my nature. I gotta, nope.
I don't like being stuck.
I can't do it. I can't do the codependency thing either. I had to break myself from that too. Codependence. You're not rowing your own boat. You're rowing, so you know, somebody else is rowing the boat for you. I can't. No codependency no more. I had to break free from that too. That's a really good book too, by the way. Codependency No More. It's toxicity. Row your own shit. Sorry. Did I go on a tangent with that one? You know, I mean, sorry, not sorry. Toxicity will kill you.
saying, Ryan?
Go ahead, Ryan.
Dependent on what a lot. We depend on people more than we have before. Like, internet's great, social media is great, but also we become codependent on people, more dependent on people than we have in the past.
Well, I think it should be first and foremost about a partnership, and this is why I now don't believe in marriage. And this happens, and partnerships should be in friendships and relationships, love, whatever you're in.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's where people get it really twisted, is that it shouldn't be all up to one person to do all the work.
Right.
Whether it be physically, spiritually, mentally, whatever it has to be, because that drains you. And then you become very resentment toward each other. You kind of hate each other,
Mm-hmm.
You don't hate them, but, if you just don't want them around you, it just becomes disgusting. And then you lash out at each other if it's a friendship. One starts pondering in their mind. When we're inside of our heads, we are one of the most dangerous creatures, because we can come up with all these scenarios that are never true, and we can project that onto our friends,
Mm-hmm.
and that happens. It happens to me. It's
Mm-hmm.
happened to me so many damn times I can't even count. And I'm like Rain Man out in the middle of the field going, what's up?
Right.
I mean, you got to work, and it's a partnership. I can't stand to have that mindset of, oh, you do this and I'll do this. How about we do it together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, once you get into your head, you're right. You could definitely put some scenarios in there.
Yeah, you can. That's how most friendships go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That is very true. Shayla said she had.
In that time, you're supposed to be able to go, why do I feel this way?
Right.
Are they doing anything to make me feel that way? But we don't. We just jump right into it. And we sabotage the fuck out of friendship.
Yeah.
Turn that shit to the ground.
Well, I mean, I always just when something has upset me, I just want to know. I don't even. It's what feeling. Why am I feeling that way? And what has happened in my past to cause me to feel that way? Because it's something stemming from that. To me, that's just my personal opinion. It's something stemming from that to cause me to react that way, because I'm only going to react if I, allow myself to do that.
Right.
That's me. So whenever I get upset about something, that's the first thing I question is, okay, well, what's happened and what is it that I need to look at that has caused that? That person they're just that, I don't know if I'm saying it right, the example, what I need to be looking at.
Right. There's some people that, and then again, everybody is coming from different traumas.
Right.
So that's the reason you don't have some people that mesh well together. I'm not really good with sensitive people, because I have never in my life intentionally offended anybody on purpose. I'm just me. And whatever rolls out of my mouth, it's not towards you, because if it was, I'd tag you. That's me.
Right.
That's how I am. I wrote. But I cannot give and give in any kind of relationship anymore. That stopped, a while ago, especially in friendship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. But like we say, the only way you're going to grow is you gotta dig deep, because you're not going to be able to if you don't. I mean, you can scratch the surface of things, but you can scratch the surface of certain things, but I don't want to, I want to go beyond that.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you realize, you think, okay, maybe I've overcome my fear of death, my fear of this or that, my fear of losing someone, my fear of, whatever it may be. There's many layers of it, right? So you think you're at the end of it, and then you realize, oh, Spirit said, but there's another lesson to be learned.
Right.
But there's another fear. And then you speak it. You just say it. You say, you know what? I know this is my fear, and I'm going to work on it. And then positive affirmations will change a motherfucker's life. And I've said it so much about the law of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
But never more in my life have I ever believed in the law of attraction and the synchronicities to see around me, because it's like every day is one big synchronicity. And the more that you believe in that, you have to believe in that 100%.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that too. Yep, that is very true. And that's I had talked to somebody the other day about paying attention to numbers because they were talking, and that's just what popped up. They needed to pay more attention to numbers. They wasn't.
God, those number things, that's confuses the heck out of me.
Yeah.
And, I mean, which isn't saying much because everything confuses the heck out of me, but.
Well, I mean, like anytime anything happens, like for instance, my girlfriend Charlene, she every day, if she sees 1111, she's going to send it to me, and I'll be like, oh damn, I missed that. Today she's been sending me 333 444. She's been sending me triple numbers all day, and I'm like, dang, I missed that one too. But that's the help to remind me to look at my numbers, or if something happens, if I, like this morning, getting up and feeling that, I don't know what startled me. Something happened this morning and I woke up gasping for air, and I looked at the clock and it was 2:30, and I'm like, okay, all right, 2:30. Why am I waking up like that? Because I felt like, something was around my throat or trying to like paralyze me from moving. I don't know what happened, but anyway, I looked over at the time, and then what I do is I go and I look up those numbers, because to me, those are different code numbers they're different code numbers for me. I write them all down. And Holly dropped again, didn't she?
Did she? I don't even
Hold
know.
on, let me get her on. Let me see.
Yeah, she did.
Hello?
Yes, she did. I think it might be your sister, 662.
Yeah. Hold on.
Tina.
Oh, wait, I just cut her ass off. Oops. Sorry.
There.
My bad.
She back. Is she back?
Oh, okay. I'm sitting over here going, I'm looking at my comments, trying to figure out, is that YouTube or is that... I know I got Vibe Time with Jerry.
Hey, let's recall. Hi, everyone. Elaine has sent some comments.
I'm just trying to figure out how it's coming up as Facebook and Vibe Time. I guess maybe it's because...
Set it up. I set up both.
Okay, I'm like, it was confusing to me, and I didn't understand why it was doing that. Okay, I got it now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just used to...
I got a switch now where it's just Facebook now. As far as the comments, it's just Facebook.
Oh, so is it not under Vibe Time?
Yeah, it's under both. It's streaming on both Vibe Time and YouTube.
Gotcha. All right, I didn't understand what it was doing.
I have the YouTube comments turned off right now.
Okay, was there comments coming in? Hello?
Not from YouTube, just from Facebook.
Gotcha. Okay. If I don't stop being stupid. Guess we lost her again.
We're going pretty good there for a little bit. Yeah, again, it was on for almost 30 minutes that time. Yeah, man. You had a nice little streak going there.
Are you keeping track of the switchboard, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh my gosh. Every time I go on a roll and she gets off, it just kills my vibe. Now it's gone.
Yeah. But you were saying that when you had this nightmare or whatever, you woke up, you looked at the time. So you think it's all connected? Like everything is just...
I think it is. I think it is.
And you would know.
Yeah. I'm telling you, keeping a notebook and pen by your bed is very beneficial because you got so many different things that could happen, and you have to document it because you're sitting there lazy and you'll be like, oh, okay, I'll document it. And then you'll forget it by the morning time. So as soon as something happens, you want to document it right away.
Yeah,
But that stuff scared me so bad to the point I didn't even.
An asshole.
Huh?
Thanks for having me.
Is she done?
Said, no, she said, shoot balls. Y'all go without me. Gotta do our Holly voice. Internet is done being an asshole. I love you. Thanks for having me.
Holly, I know you can hear me. You're fired. You were supposed to do the last 30 minutes. But anyway, back on that subject. Just keep a notebook by your bed.
Really, just a lot of self-reflection, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you want to look at karmic residue, your karmic residue stuff, all you do is ask, and it'll start showing you. But again, my God, the amount of notebooks I have in my room is pathetic. Seriously.
It was weird. Like last weekend, it was Friday morning going to Saturday. Friday night going into Saturday. Angie woke up. She had a really bad dream, and she screamed. And, get out. I'm like, what the hell? It scared the crap out of me.
Mm-hmm.
It was like maybe 5 o'clock in the morning. When that happened.
Yeah, I fight in my dreams.
What it was.
Or the kids will say, I heard you crying in your dreams. You were crying. What were you crying about? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard, her making, like, crying noises or, I don't know if I make the same kind of noises when I'm sleeping.
Well, I mean, I did for a while run my body cam when I was in my room just to, see what was going on, because there's so many different things that occur. Spirit will come in here and spirits pass by the bed, and I wanted to see if I could catch anything. And so far, I think I've caught one little tiny orb, and that's it. Nothing major.
You got this app on my phone that can record. It will record when you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
But all I hear mostly just these. But never know what you might catch.
Well, I know one day I was just running the recorder in my room because I felt something, and I picked up on the straight recorder. Can't take a shower twice with this man whispering that. It was very interesting because it wasn't even running off of a necrophonic app. It was just my recorder.
The recorder said can't take a shower.
Well, whoever was in my room present at the time said that. It was a spirit that just needed to move on.
I was leaving to go to the cabin. It was Sunday. I went to the cabin with my friend Rick, and Angie was like, you can take that old man with you when you leave, when you go back over there. Apparently, I brought somebody home with me the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Out there beating Ryan with Dennis, but apparently he kicked the bed Friday night.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. I brought some stuff home from the cabin, and I just tell it to go back. Yeah, Shayla, I get the same thing when I get people coming over here. When they do Reiki, a lot of times loved ones will come to me before they even get here for the Reiki appointment to give messages, and I've had that happen with spirits that come to me before I even go on an investigation. Yeah. So it's pretty strong stuff. So yeah, I get that quite often. It's really wild because I start doing some of my work before the person actually comes in. It's like with me, spirit patiently waits for the client to get here. And then once they get here, then I'm like, oh, well, yeah, your dad's been here or, cousin or whatever. It's really interesting. So, yeah. I try too much not to hone in on places like we always talk about looking up the history of stuff first. I try really hard not to do that simply because I don't want to bring anything here with me. I like to go into places cold. So a lot of stuff I won't even look up. I was honing in on Shayla's comment down there. So
I've had a few people, they've have had dreams about the cabin, or they've had somebody come from the cabin before they've come out to visit out there.
Oh, I've astral projected out there. Yeah, I have astral projected out there. It was just as being out at the cabin, and I've projected to the manor house too. Landed on the third floor steps and saw myself floating. Got so excited about it, I fell back into my body, and then at the cabin, oh my gosh, I was standing in front of the cabin just like we're physically in front of each other now, and it looked just like that. And I went to go walk the road to the woods, and something pulled me back and said no and threw me back into my body like, no, you can't go out there. It was wild. It was almost like I was lured out there, but it was just so cool.
I remember you talking about that.
Oh yeah. Your house is the most haunted location. Oh my gosh. In Virginia? Okay. Listen, I've already been shunned by several people. I'm just so shocked at the people that shunned me because I knew them so well. To be blocked and shunned is just really, that just showed me how fake their evidence is now and how fake they are as an investigator. Phew.
What was that today?
I've been hanging around David Flowers a lot because we work together 3 times a week, and he helps me with my show. And he's one of these open-minded, skeptic people. I mean, I'm going to talk about you now. I think you'll be okay with it, but I'm being honest. He's an open-minded, skeptic person, and I need a person like that. Same thing with Kimberly. Kimberly is a very scientific person, and so is John Savage. He's scientific. And thank you. And so when I hang around them, I have these little I question certain things. And one of the things that I woke up and I didn't even wake up with it on my mind. Actually, Kimberly and we went to Old House Woods the day before, and the very thing that I put on Facebook was the very thing I was talking about. It was just rolling through my mind about all these places where people put it's the most haunted here or the most haunted there. And how do you really know that when you're not able to run the equipment, when you're not able to go inside a location and run anything? You're just going based on people's stories. And how do you know those people's stories are true? Like David Flowers and I, at least when we tell our stories at the Manor House, we have the proof to back up everything we talk about. We don't just throw a story out there. The proof is there. And I just put that out there just for thinking purposes and got shunned. But I do have the people's numbers who have done that, because now I know that you're a fake. Because why else would you do it unless it hit a chord with you that you didn't like about phoniness?
Yeah, a lot of times, I mean, especially with paranormal evidence, it's really trust and taking people's word for it, and
Right.
but you have to know the people too.
Well, I did know the people. That's the sad part about that one, is that I did know them, but now that they have blocked me, hopefully they can see Vibe Time with Jerry and hear everything I say. Now that I've been blocked or half blocked on Facebook and all this shit has been talked about me, it's like, now I totally discredit them as a person. I do them and their sidekick. So, at least I can say this weekend when I was at the Manor House by myself, I think I mentioned that already. I got the more evidence without David being there. And, we have the EVP part to to back up what I'm saying. And I had my body cam on, and I did not. I've been trying to pit my psychic abilities against stuff. If I'm feeling something, I'm going to say it. So that way I have it documented in my body cam. Well, when we was at the manor house, I was talking smack because David Flowers told me if I need anything, he's going to keep his phone on vibrate. And, you know, if I had to text just in case, because it's my first time working there by myself. So I was like, oh, typical male, didn't keep their phone on, you know, like they said they would. And I was joking around. And in the body cam, you could hear a very undertone of get out after I said that. Well, I didn't hear that at the time with my, you know, with my naked ear. But then shortly after that, I go back into the foyer and I'm like, I feel a male presence behind, you know, around me, but I can't document it. All I can do is say that I feel it. Well, that validates the person that said get out 2 seconds or 2 minutes before I said I feel that presence. That's what I'm trying to do with my abilities. And a lot of people are not going to do that, but I am, you know, because I want it validated. Does that make sense?
You have, the more valid, better.
Yeah, I mean,
Skepticism.
yeah. And so that's backed up to me, you know, what. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I said you don't want to go around saying everything is paranormal, because then nobody will take you seriously. You know?
Right. And all I'm trying to do is pit what I have, my abilities, up with equipment. That's all I'm trying to do. So, you know, Saturday was a perfect validation for me because like I said, I didn't hear the get out with my naked ear. It's on my body cam, you know, footage. And then I literally say I feel a male presence, you know, behind me. And but I couldn't document it. All I could do was feel it. They wouldn't show who they are because this person, this spirit right now that we're dealing with is like playing a little bit. And you know, but that's what I'm trying to do is just pit that, so that I'm trying to get people to have a better understanding of this stuff because I have no scientific explanation for what I have.
You may not get you may not get like a feeling and then an EVP. You may just get an EVP.
Right.
But
well, see, that was the perfect thing for Saturday was I got both. And that's what was so nice about that particular situation.
that's awesome. Dennis and I went to the Brick Rancher. We were going to Melissa's room Saturday, and Dennis said, "Hey, Melissa," and I had got it both on my record and his.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that double verification right there. It's nice to have it, but it's not something you actually really need to have. It doesn't really happen.
Right.
Yeah, but
right. And that's why we both wear our body cams when we're doing stuff out at the manor house. We both have the same body cam and we both set it to the same time. So then that way, when we get something, we can both review it and look at it and see, did he get it? Did I get it? Did we both get it? You know, but what I'm attempting to do is take the abilities that I have and just pit that with some equipment, you know, just for validation purposes. Not saying that I'm making shit up because I don't make shit up. I have no explanation for it, but I want an explanation, I guess, for myself. I don't know if that makes sense.
well, it makes perfect sense. And yeah, I believe in your abilities, and your close circle of friends, they all believe in your abilities. But somebody who doesn't know you from Adam, they might just think you're a wacko.
Right.
I mean, they won't be
right. And I mean, I've had that.
because
And I'm okay with that.
yeah. So if you're writing down what you feel or what you see in your third eye or what you hear through your third eye, I don't know if that's right or not, but
No, you're right.
if you write that down and then you get a piece of equipment validating what it is that you heard or you saw,
Right.
Can't get any better than that.
Yeah. Saturday was off the chain. I mean, I hate to say it, it was just off the freaking chain. And Ronnie's right. We say that in our tours, without proof, it's just a really good ghost story. And, and he's right about that. And working, with people like Kimberly and David and even John Savage, because they're very scientific, it's helped me out a lot to see that, because those were things that I didn't pay attention to before, but I'm paying attention to them now. And that's where the Facebook post came from. It didn't, come out to make anybody look bad or sound bad. It's just thoughts that were in my head that particular morning when I woke up, and I couldn't, it was just a thought.
You weren't bashing people with that post.
Yeah, no, I really wasn't, but some people must have taken it that way and just totally like half blocked me, as if I didn't know they would half block me. And like I said, now it's just changed my whole perspective of them and threw up a red flag of, okay, so now are you, did I step on a toe to the point now? Are you for real with what you're doing? That's all what it's left in my mind.
So if they took it that way, and they interpreted it that way, so maybe it's something on them.
Yeah. No, I know I'm allowed to speak my mind. It just kind of, with the particular people, it blew my mind, because I really thought more of them. Does that make sense? I thought more of them as people. I didn't realize that they were going to do that. That's all. I say whatever the hell I want on my Facebook page. That's why I've been banned for God knows how many more days now. And hopefully the person didn't report me and I get banned again, or David Flowers is just going to have to take over the whole Vibe Time with Jerry show. I mean, shit. Be like,
you better watch out. You're on my Facebook now, so you better watch out.
Oh yeah, I know, right? It's like,
get me banned. What you got banned? Even that. That's the scary part. Like what you said wasn't even like a terrible thing.
Yeah, it really wasn't. And then to ban me an additional time for something from 2 years ago just cracked me up. And then they wouldn't even show me, and then they didn't even show me what I did. I went to go look for it, and they was like, this is not available at this time due to bullying. And I'm like, what did I say? So
You can't say anything.
No, they're control freaks. But I will say I'm changing the subject on our paranormal roundtable discussion. We will be having Dennis Eslock on our show.
Oh, that'll be fun. When's that show?
That is going to be July 5th, right? Right, co-host, because he's got the whole calendar now.
Yeah.
We're going to have fun as long as Spirit don't mess up the show, because last time I had Dennis on, oh my God, it was awful. It was staticky and we couldn't even talk. Victor, you better get off of my feed. I see my son on here. Don't be sending no unnecessary messages and comments, please. This is a live feed. I think there was some misunderstanding about the post. I think some missed the headline and point you were trying to make. There have been a lot of most haunted places in Virginia posts lately. Yeah. I've seen them everywhere, and Dennis hit it right on the head when he said it's the most haunted that you've investigated. And I had made a TikTok the other day, and I did put this is the most haunted place that I have investigated, because it was. Hi Victor, I see you. So, and when Dennis said that, he was right in saying that when people post that, they could put it that way instead of the most haunted place in Virginia or the most haunted place in, you know.
Yeah, I mean, how do you tell? How can you tell with, I mean, by like size, or it's all like people's opinions.
Right.
Like,
Right.
And I think somebody's saying a place is the most haunted place in Virginia, or the most haunted place in Williamsburg, or whatever. If they're in the field, they're trying to sell tickets. Yeah. If they're just a regular person, they're just feeding into the hysteria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I could sit here and say that the cabin on 360 is one of the most haunted places. I'm going to say the second haunted places that I have investigated, because there's a private home in another area in Virginia that, oh my God, it's so active, it's not even funny. You know what I mean? So and then I got the Manor House, which is very active, with, there's no bad spirit there. You know, it's different. It's a whole different energy. It's a whole different energy compared to the cabin on 360, which when David gets out there, he'll find out very quickly. And I'll leave it at that. It's two different energies.
yeah.
Don't be all nice to him, Kimberly.
What?
Oh, I saw where Kimberly said, "Hey, Victor," and I'm like, "Don't be all nice." He's trying to smooth. Trust me. Victor Reyes, Victor, my 13-year-old that shouldn't be on my show.
Is he one of the ones that snuck out tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Smoozer. He knows who Kimberly is. He's went over there and played with Ian and Logan. But yeah, I mean, back to the subject.
But yeah, I mean, talking about which place is the most haunted. That's been I've heard so many different places being called the most haunted places in Virginia. I've never said the cabin is the most haunted place in Virginia, because I don't know.
Have I said that? I think I did say that in one of my videos one time, because that's how I felt. That's how I felt. That was me, and with my investigation.
But we haven't investigated every place in Virginia,
Right?
so I can't say for sure. Well, I put it in the top. If there's a top 10, I put it up there.
Oh yeah, I would too. I have my countdown of things. Yeah, of places that I've been, because there's so many places that people name that I have never been. What's that ship based over in Norfolk? Don't they have like little investigations there? What is it?
I think it's the Wisconsin.
Is that the one that sits in Norfolk?
And they're just selling tickets, because that ship ain't haunted.
Oh, well, I mean, my whole point was I used to have to go to conferences every year, and my room just sat right out in front of that ship, and I was like, I just never knew that they had it. So, but I've never, there's so many different places that I haven't been.
Yeah, they have, they do, there's a certain group that they do public ghost hunts on the ship, and they're just selling tickets, because I was on that ship when it was an active duty ship. That place ain't haunted. It's a really cool ship, but there's nothing going on there.
Yeah, interesting. How was it when it was active?
A lot of times,
Or was it just a ship? I said, how was it when when you was active? So you was active military when it was an active ship, right? Yeah.
Right. Yes. When I was in the Navy, I did some work on there, and it's a really cool ship, but I never experienced anything on there. And back when I was in the Navy, I was still doing this, so I was paying attention to it because I knew it was a World War II ship, and I never even got a inkling of anything going on there.
Yes, we have an anchor clanker on board. Yeah. I said we got an anchor clanker on board. Kimberly said, "Oh, we have a Navy man on board." I was like, "Yeah, anchor clanker, we do." Yep.
So how does a place get a reputation of being haunted if it's not? This is just
Stories.
like, oh, it's there's no law against saying it's haunted. So and they're selling tickets. They get a so-called celebrity come out there, and they get people feeding into the hysteria.
Mm-hmm.
I know when we do stuff with props, we did Pamplin Park, and we kind of had groups go out there at least 2 or 3 times to try to gather evidence before we actually did a public investigation. So we know for sure that it actually is haunted, and we actually have evidence to present to people. So, hey, we got these EVPs while we were here. I think that's the right way to do it, just to be sure.
Right.
That actually is haunted.
Right. Yeah. How many minutes we got left, Ryan? About 4.
5, 4.
Who do you have on your show next?
7.
Who do you have on your show next week?
I really have no idea, honestly.
What the hell?
Yeah, I have my notebook. I think RJ took it and was coloring in it, so I gotta find that. But I'll have something up.
David, who do we got on our show next week? Who do we have on the show next week?
Yeah, that. Next week, John Stevens.
Gotcha. John Stevens.
There you go.
See, I don't have to look up stuff anymore. I just ask.
John Stevens, and the week after that, we have Laura Bradley.
Yeah. Laura Bradley from Holistic Wellness Blends will be on the show at the very end of June.
I'm having Angie on the show. I can ask her, but oh well.
Hi, Wendy. How are you? She don't want to be on the show with you anymore. Damn it. Where's she at now? Asleep?
I'm flying solo.
Yeah. Sounds like metal ship on the water.
Hey, you can be my co-host, Jerry.
Ryan, I don't know if I can do 2 hours, but I can co-host some of them. My brain.
Yeah, I'll get you to come on
Okay. That works for me.
one of these. I got Kimmy. She comes on every once in a while.
Yeah. Kimmy's cute.
She helps out. Yeah.
Yeah, she's cute. All right. Well, it looks like we're running out of time on the.
You have August. I don't know what our schedule is. But how deep in the schedule are you?
Into August, I've got Paul Shields. Let's see, I've got Paranormal Roundtable on the 2nd, Paul Shields on the 9th, and then John Stevens on the 16th.
All right, let's see. Whatever. So what? 16th will be the 20th. How about the 23rd?
For your show?
The 7th date. All right. Well, no, we'll do another one.
90 seconds.
Spiritual?
One of these not the vibe shows. That'll be 2 weeks. We're doing it every 2 months, every other month.
All right, yeah, we're doing Holly Mullins
So-
then.
So yeah, and we'll send her a message for August 23rd.
Okay, write that down.
Message. I will.
I wrote it down. I just
Uh,
let me shoot her a message because Vibe Time's going to kick us off.
60 seconds.
all
But
right,
we
all right.
appreciate y'all tuning in to ours.
Sorry for all the technical difficulties
Yeah.
we experienced, but wouldn't be freaking out some Vibe Time if it wasn't for technical difficulties. So, thanks, David Flowers, for helping out.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah.
We'll be back next week. Same freaking awesome time. Same freaking awesome channel.
Yep. That works.
You guys have. Talk to you later. Have a good night, guys.
All right. Let's see. Got that one. End episode. And broadcast.